Well, how the do? Thought I'd tune in today, share my day. It was a day, took a half a day, took a day sick for an interview. Interesting interview. I did well. I I guess I checked all the boxes. They didn't hang up or anything. It was a video call. I know. But I am here today. I've been talking about a blend for the last couple days about Burley Flake. Solani. Solani. Not sure how to pronounce that, but it is Solani. That's how it's written out. Solani. I thought I'd get my beverage of choice. Monster. Ooh. Yep. They don't sponsor. I don't got sponsors. Nobody's giving me anything. I'm reviewing or looking at or giving an opinion on. I've had some people give me some stuff that's good, but it's not for me to talk about, but I can talk about them. Jeffries gave me some Virginia that's, ooh, mm, I'll never replace it. That's how good it was. Very good. But the blend of the day is going to be that. Oh, yeah, I know. Find it hard to believe. I have told you I ripped them apart, add things, but as you can see, that tin is almost empty. Got it last year at Columbus. First table. Walked in, got a big wad of cash. First table. Solani and Virginia Flakes. All right there in front of me. And I was like, there goes my budget. And I showed some restraint. I only got two, but they were sold out by, I want to say by the time they opened up Saturday, everybody cleaned them out of the Burley Flake and the Virginia Flake and the Silver Flake, but that wasn't on my menu at that time. It is this time, but I got two tins on the way home. Just got to get here. This is that flake. That's what they look like. Very nice, I have to admit. That is a fine, fine flake. It's not overly priced either. That was available on S&P, and some monkeys came in there and cleaned them out. They're gone. If you didn't get it, it's your fault. But I'm not recommending you that you go buy anywhere because they are available at other places. Do your research. What city? Fort Noggins. Just saying. They are there. You don't have to just buy from one. You can buy from all of them. I'm an equal opportunity person. I say spend your money where you want to spend it. I'm doing the twist thing. I'm going to eventually do a video about that. I'm finding a new love for flakes, keeping them in the flake form. I thought I was doing all right with tearing it apart into cubes, but I like this. I just put that in there, put that in the pipe, stuff it down, and pretty much pack it the same way as I always do. I just go around the rim with my fingernail, down tight. Want to check the draw, breaking the Ben Wade out. Ben Wade. I love that stem. That stem is twisted. Oh, I fell in love with that. Fell in love with it. I wish it was a sither. If it was a sither, I'd be finer than a frog hair split three ways. No doubt. I was getting ready to say a bad word. I don't need to be censored. I'm censored as it is. Want to get to lighting. talk about my interview. Was talking to Carolina Kirk about this. Said I rip it apart and I put it in other blends. I said, don't tell anybody. I'll be put on a hit list. They'll come and kill me. He says that is pretty sacrilegious. That's a bold statement that you're making. You get all the Burleys with these. It's smooth. It is. Think of glass as the standard for what rough is, and this is smooth. That's up here. Glass is down here, and I'm talking smooth glass. This is just a different level of smoothness in the smoke. This doesn't pretend to be anything other than what it is. Fine burley. And this is what I'm talking about, the flakes. Sometimes you got to mess with them to get them to light. I got the char up there. Yep, that's out. It's all right. I would have screamed out if it wasn't lit. I'd been like, that hurt. This is a big pipe. I could have put that last flake in there, but why? You don't have to. I'm going to smoke that later on or tear it apart. We'll see what's doing. What strikes my fancy. There ain't any sharp edges on that retro. It's there. There's no sharp edges. It's not like working its way out. It just continues to roll on out, does what it does, then goes away. It's very, very well blended. It's balanced. It's well balanced. That's the word I'm looking for. I don't know if you figured it out, but there's times I struggle for some language, and it's not that I'm thinking. It's my brain. Sometimes I need to smack it a little bit. I don't know if there's white burley in that, dark burley, or burley, but it's burley. That's a fact. If you want this and you don't have it, that's your own fault. I checked to see that these were on those sites, see if it was there. They're there. Smoking pipes is not. SP, they were like, no, we got raided. I've heard their English is really good. I haven't heard anything about their aromatics, but their English was really good. Of course, the Virginia Flake and the Burley. What number is that? That's that's so small I can't see it. 6 656. That sounds about right. I think that's right. Everybody's crying about Wessex. They can't get Wessex. They can't get Solani. It's there. All you have to do is do your checkout thing. Boom, send it down. Watch City has Silver Flake. That's all I could do, not to buy another 2 tins. But you know what? I'm holding off because I got 2 coming. I'm going to the pipe show and let other people get it. I don't need to sit on a pile of Silver Flake unless I find out it's good, and then by all means, I'm gonna get to smoke that before the show. Then I will definitely grab some there. If I'm in love with it. If I'm not in love with it, well, it just won't be. Mm-hmm. It's not a rugged burley. You have, there's times where you don't have to remind yourself that you're smoking burley, but there are blends out there that you'll be smoking them. There's undeniable that's burley. That is like boom in your face. Take it, leave it, whatever. If it ain't yours, it ain't yours. But this is smooth. That's what it delivers. It's the burley. It's the sophisticated version of burley. That's what I would call it. I must be drooling into my pipe because it's starting to gurgle a little bit. And that happens. Don't think that it's tobacco. It's probably you. You don't even realize it, but your mouth's wet. A little bit of drool hits that and it goes down the stem and into the shank. And next thing you know, that pipe's talking to you and not in a good way. I'll take a pipe cleaner, put it down in there, and if not, then I'll take a real sharp draw and try to get that out. And once it's out, it's out. I might have gotten that. That's all right. Nutty. You get the nuts out of that. You get a nutty retro. Taste is not overbearing. Doesn't smoke like cigarette tobacco does. Sometimes cigarette tobacco can do that, and sometimes it don't. It just depends. You know what I'm talking about. We're talking about those brands like Cherokee and Three Sales. They're made for cigarette smokers, but they're labeled as pipes because of taxes. I'm a libertarian, so hey, anything you can do to stop paying the man, I'm all about it. They already got enough money, and it's your money. That's all I'm going to say about that. It ain't their money, that's your money. 3 Sales doesn't give you the impression you're smoking a cigarette, though. You get some of those flavors of the Virginias. It's just different. It's not the same as if you got some bulk blend Yorktown like that, where that's just straight Virginia. Virginia number one. They probably set those in a bale for a few years. if not a decade, and then they decide to make a blend and they just rotate that out. Three sales probably comes off of off of the plant, and they don't even bale it. They just stick it in the warehouse for a year and go, okay, make it happen. You're getting all those chemicals in there from uh it's not chloroform. Yeah, it's not chloroform. It's I don't know what that phrase is. It's the word where they do the photosynthesis, where it's a whole, maybe it is chloroform. I don't know. Chloroform, that's make you go to sleep, right? I don't know. I've never used it. The ammonia. You get the ammonia in there. That's why Burley sits for years. C&D, that Burley bulk that they do, they store white Burley for 5 years in the warehouse. They're trying to get that ammonia out of that. This stuff is probably older than some of my socks. I got some socks that are some old. I have a couple bath towels that are over 30 years old. 30 years. That's 3 decades. They still work. There's no reason to get new towels. That's just waste of money. You ever smoke a good Opus X? I've smoked a few. I have a friend that rolls cigars. He's been doing it 20 plus years. Nice guy, really nice guy. We talk cigars from time to time. He was telling me those are Toro Fuentes, Open X. They're stored, they're stored 10 years. That's just the tobacco. Then after they're rolled, they're stored for another 5. That's 15 years before it even gets to the market. Now you understand why you're paying $80 a stick. That's on the cheap side. I was smoking them whenever they were much cheaper. They were about $20 a stick. They were good. They ain't $80 worth. That's just crazy talk. One smoke, $80. People are crying about $300 for a tin of tobacco. That gives you 20 smokes. That gets you that gets you 3 Opus X's. Maybe. You gotta walk my dog for that kind of money. That kind of money, it's gotta get me a dog. I don't even own a dog and I want the dog walked, for crying out loud. God bless the people that have that kind of cash. More power to you. That keeps our economy rolling, keeps those people working, puts food on their table, if you know what I'm saying. I'll make it quick about the interview. The interview was good. I checked all the boxes. Didn't get any impression, and I read people pretty good. That's what I do for a living. I do it on the phone, let alone if I get to see you, I know all I need to know within 8 minutes talking to you. I already have an idea of what's going on. It's on the logistics side of things. You're dealing with some patients. Sometimes they're upset they didn't get their products. You have to be a little customer service rep, and that's easy. Accuracy, make sure it's all right. Then understand logistics. I've spoken about my hospice work and maybe some repricing of bills and medical bills, repricer. I also drove a tractor trailer for 20 years. You ain't gonna tell me nothing I don't know about trucking. My first truck had manual steering. Yeah, ain't that something? That'll make you strong. Haven't driven a truck for 14 years, well, since 2013. 2013. My left calf is 1 inch rounder in circumference than my right one. That's all that clutching. That's not the leg you want to get kicked by. I'm going to tell you, well, I'm not going to tell you, if you so choose to pursue engaging in such behavior, and I hope you do, you will not be disappointed with Solani Burley Flake. And it's available right now. I can't express that enough to people. If it's available, I don't want to hear about you crying. I run into you and found out you watched this video and you didn't get it. Shame on you. $20. That's that's 4 cups of coffee. Well, more like 8 cups of coffee of mine. But if you're buying the Starbucks, well, that's 2 cups. That's 2 cups of coffee, for crying out loud. Probably lasts you maybe 2 hours. A jar of that. That jar's over a year old because I don't smoke it all the time because I try to keep my good stuff around until you can get some more. There's some good Burleys out there. Some really good Burleys out there. You don't have to covet that and you can't get it. If you like Burley, there's, Lord knows, there's a bunch of them out there. None will disappoint. They may not be as smooth as this. This retro, it is nice. That is nice. The nutty flavors are there. It's gotten better since it's aged a little bit, but it's Burley. So, I mean, how much more improvement are you going to get? I don't know. I've never had one that's older than a couple years old. 3 years, about the oldest Burley I have. And I didn't really notice a major change. There is some change, but that could be me and not it. So who knows? It's not a Virginia. It's not going to get sweeter. It's going to get deeper, maybe a little more nuttiness, a little bit of those chemicals, the ammonia and stuff come off of it. If it's prepared right, like Solani does, it's already been taken care of. They did that in the beginning before they started pressing that. And the flakes are beautiful. I don't remember opening that tin up, but I have been told if you are going to get this, this is something you want to put in a jar almost immediately because their tins are notorious for not being sealed, not properly, where you can age them. So just keep that in mind if you do. Get them, smoke them, jar them, smoke them again. Repeat as necessary. You guys enjoy yourself. I'll let you know about the job. I say they get back to me in 2 days. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. If they do, great. If they don't, I'll be all right. I'm where I'm at now, so it's not like I'm unemployed. But I appreciate you watching. If you have any comments about the Solani, you've had it, won it, you scored some. I want to hear about it. I love good stories. But if you're going to call, you're going to leave a message on there about crying how you didn't get it, and now it's gone, and you watch this, you know there's at least two vendors out there that have that available. And you should always check these things on a daily basis, if not twice a day. Once in the morning, well, make it three. Once at lunch, that's what I do. And then once at night, and then make a bad decision. That's usually my MO. I make bad decisions, but this one definitely was not. I think that if you like Burley's, you will not be disappointed. You guys enjoy yourself. I hope you have a great day today. I hope you are smoking good tobacco, and we will catch you another time.